Hello. Um, so welcome to the English course, the Friday elementary course online. So I apologise for the disruption, but I hope this will work. I hope we can work online while we are in the house. So, how can we work online? Well, so I will do the lesson like in class. You need your elementary student's book, like normal, comme d'habitude, like normal, and you need the elementary workbook, like normal. Okay, so homework in the workbook, and we follow the course in the student's book. Also, we have under the link for the video on my website, you have a piece of paper, a sheet of paper with, well, some exercises, some notes or vocabulary, and vocabulary here as well, and the homework. Okay, so for the lesson, click on the link under the video for the lesson, the piece of paper with the lesson, and you can do the exercises and you have the vocabulary for the lesson. Okay, so the books and the paper for the lesson. Okay, but normally the homework will be in the workbook. Okay, now it's online. It's okay for listening. It's okay for reading and listening. It's not very good online for speaking, of course. So a good idea to practice your speaking really is to speak out loud. Speak out loud. So when I ask a question, I pause, I stop, and you give the answer out loud. I know maybe this is a little ridiculous, but we try our best. Okay. Also, a different good method to learn is to memorize, to learn dialogues by heart. So sometimes I will ask you to learn a dialogue by heart, and it's good. It's a way to practice your spoken English, and you can practice with a good volunteer at home in your house. This can help too. Okay, now before we continue, let's go somewhere more exciting. Okay, let's go. Come with me now. Ah, much better. Well, when we can't travel, we can dream, we can imagine. So the first word of vocabulary today is quarantine. I know it's not a good word, but it's similar to the French. But really, I hope everyone is okay, and I hope you have enough toilet paper. Okay, so now the last lesson seems a long time ago, but now, do you remember some vocabulary? And remember, when I ask a question, answer out loud. Okay? So, do you remember the question? Qu'est-ce que cela signifie, or qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? What is the question in English? Yeah, so it is, what does something mean? What does it mean? So for example, what does laugh mean? What does laugh mean in French? What does laugh mean? It means rire. It means rire. It means to laugh, rire. Okay, now try to find the French. So what does handsome mean? Handsome. Yeah, handsome means beau. Beau. It's for a man normally. So he is a handsome man. Okay, what does pretty mean? Pretty. Yeah, it means jolie. And normally, pretty is normally for a woman, or more for a woman. Okay, and some clothes, vêtements. So what is a jacket? What does a jacket mean? Yeah, so une veste, a jacket. Oh, that's a nice jacket, for example. What is a jumper? What does jumper mean? Yeah, it's un pullover. It's a pullover. So jumper, we say jumper in England, and a pullover or a sweater is more in America. So I have a good jumper in England, I have a good pullover, a good sweater in America. Now, what are trainers? What are trainers? Trainers. Yeah, so des tennis, des chaussures de sport, these are trainers. So trainers in England and in America, sneakers, they are sneakers. Okay, now the homework, so last week, the homework was in the workbook. It was pages, I think. It was pages, yes, it was pages 52 and 53, I think, in the workbook. I hope it was 52 and 53. So we looked at the difference between the present continuous, so I am wearing a black shirt, for example, or the present simple, so normally I wear a black shirt. Okay. So the present simple is normally, regularly, de façon permanente. Okay, and the present continuous is now. So now I am wearing a shirt now. But normally, you know me, I normally wear a black shirt. Okay, so so if I say, for example, I am buying a present. Normally this is now, je suis en train d'acheter quelque chose, un cadeau. So I'm buying a present. But I can also say, every year, I buy a present for someone, for Bob, for his birthday. So I buy a present every year, but now, je suis en train d'acheter quelque chose. I am buying a present. Now, do you know, how can you say que fais-tu ce soir? Or que fais-tu ce weekend? Que fais-tu ce soir in English? Yeah, it's what are you doing? What are you doing tonight? What are you doing this evening? What are you doing this weekend? It's a very common question, very important question to remember. What are you doing with a future time? What are you doing tonight? What are you doing this afternoon? Okay. Now, the question, que fais-tu ce soir? It is not, what do you do tonight? No. We don't use the present simple for a future organised plan. Okay? Donc on n'utilise pas le présent simple pour quelque chose qu'on a planifié pour le futur. Okay? We don't use the present simple for something planned for the future. So think of your diary, your calendar. Imagine things you write in the calendar. So tonight, maybe, I don't know, go to Bob's party at 8 o'clock. Don't you know to go to Bob's party at 8 o'clock? So if you ask me the question, what are you doing tonight or tomorrow, I forget. I say, tomorrow, in the calendar, I am going to Bob's party. It's planned. So the question, what are you doing tonight, is really what is organised tonight, what is planned tonight. But the natural question, what are you doing tonight? Now, can you, so take the sheet that was for this lesson, so the sheet, remember, click on the link under the video on my website. So you have the sheet. Now here we have exercise number 1. So sometimes we use the present continuous for the future. Future, organised future, something in the calendar. Okay, so sometimes the present continuous, sometimes for now, I am wearing a shirt, I am buying a present now in the shop, or sometimes for future. So the first question here, so what is organised for next week? The natural question is, what are you doing next week? Okay, so now, can you write, so here, write 4 different activities with the present continuous. So for example, you can write, so on Monday, I'm going to a party in Paris. We can dream. So write 4 different sentences. And remember, the present continuous, the verb be, and then the verb with ing at the end. Okay, so try that now. You can stop the video to complete the exercise. Okay. Okay, so did you write 4 activities? So in the calendar, for example, on Monday, I'm going to a party in Paris. On Tuesday, I'm buying toilet paper in the supermarket. On Wednesday, I'm jogging around for exercise. On Thursday, I don't know, I'm flying to Honolulu, maybe not a good idea now. Okay, on Friday I'm playing I don't know, I'm playing the saxophone in a concert. You can imagine. Now, so remember the present continuous, so organised future and something now. So can you see the difference? So where do you live? Or where are you living? So you see the difference? Yeah. So I say, normally I live in my house. So normally, it's the present simple, d'habitude, façon permanente. But now, dun dun dun, oh no, this is my current situation, my situation now. I'm living in my car. Oh, so this, but I'm living in my car is temporary. It's temporary. It's not normal. It's temporary. Normally, I live in my house. Okay, so take the student book. Take the student book. Turn to page 84. Page 84. Okay. Do you remember 84? We had the party. We talked about the party. Now, can you try to, out loud again, try to make some sentences for the party. So what can you see? Remember? So for example, you know, we have two people are talking, two people are laughing, ha 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 ha. These two people here are dancing. Maybe Mary is flirting, Harry is talking, etc. And you can use the clothes, remember? So you have Mary is wearing a red dress, Harry is wearing a purple shirt, for example. Okay, so these are, because it's now, it's the present continuous. Okay, now, so, and my temporary situation, my situation now is I am living in my car. So, now let's change, we can change the subject a little bit. Now I stopped living in my car. I don't live in my car now. It's changed. Because I lost my car keys. I lost my car keys. Yeah. So you can say, qu'est-ce que vous avez fait, Dan? Qu'est-ce que vous avez fait? What did you do, Dan? Well, my wife saved me. My wife came to collect me, and she gave me a spare key, a copy key, a spare key for my car. So, phew, okay. Donc ma femme est venue pour m'aller chercher, elle m'a donné la clé copie. Okay, phew. Now imagine I find a car key, and I think, is this key my key? So what is the question? So the question, à qui appartient cette clé? À qui appartient quelque chose? What is the question for à qui appartient quelque chose in English? Okay. À qui appartient quelque chose? It's whose thing is it? Or whose thing is this? So whose key is this? Donc whose sera demandé à qui appartient quelque chose. So à qui appartient cette clé? So whose key is this? For example, whose key is this? Or whose is this key? You can say this too. Now take the student book. Take the student book on page 84. 84. You have, like my car, you have a messy house. A messy, c'est un désordre complet, on a des choses partout. It's a désordre, it's a mess, it's messy. So here we have a messy house. So we have the baseball cap, casquette. We have the boots, a baby, okay, a plant, some trainers, remember trainers, chaussures de sport. We have a coat, sunglasses, lunettes de soleil, tie, a bag, football, and a briefcase. Now, a briefcase, c'est un sac attaché. You have a briefcase. Well, this is a briefcase here. For documents normally. Here we have people. So we have, for example, the boy with the baseball cap, avec la casquette. So you have the baseball cap here, and the boy with the baseball cap. Now the question, à qui appartient cette casquette? So whose baseball cap is it? Or is this? So montre quelque chose. Whose baseball cap is this? Now, for him, you can say, it's the baseball cap. It's his. C'est à lui. No, it's his baseball cap. So you can say it's his, stop, or it's his baseball cap. Okay, now, so whose sunglasses are they? Whose sunglasses are they? Now we use the plural because it's sunglasses, a pair of glasses. So whose sunglasses are they, but whose cap is it? So one thing, whose is it? Plural, whose are they? So whose sunglasses are they? They are, for a woman, they are hers. They are hers. They are her sunglasses, or they are hers. So her sunglasses, avec le chose après, or they are hers. So H-E-R-S, and stop. Okay, so they are her sunglasses, or they are hers. Stop. Okay, good. So, whose baby is it? Whose baby is it? So, it, or he or she, we don't know. So, it's their baby. So, his cap, her sunglasses, two people, it's their baby. Okay? Now, so here we have, look at here, at the exercise. So we have the questions. So whose is the baseball cap, or whose baseball cap is it? You can change the order. So it's his for a man, or it's hers if it is a woman. Whose are the boots, the plural? The boots, yes, the pink boots. So they are, they're, hers. She is a girl and has two boots. Or, whose is the baby? So it's theirs. So these are the different forms, okay, for possessive adjectives, possessive pronouns. Okay. Now on the sheet, on the vocabulary sheet, you have a list. I made a list for you. You have the possessive adjectives in English with the French equivalent, and the possessive pronouns with the English equivalent. So whose is this book? Le mien. It's mine. It's yours. For a man, it's his. For a woman, it's hers. For two people, it's theirs. Okay? So here we have the grammar spot here, to practice, to complete. So try to find the object pronoun, the adjective, or the possessive pronoun. So stop the video and complete the text, the grammar spot, and then start the video again. Okay? Okay, did you practice? Did you practice with the grammar spot? So we had the subject is I, object me, the adjective my, the pronoun mine, the subject you, the object you, the adjective your, the pronoun yours with the S, yours, or the subject he, the object him, I like him, I like Bob. The adjective his, it's his car, his father, his mother. And the pronoun, it's the same for a man, it's the same, his, again, his. Because we have an S naturally, so it's the same. Adjective and the pronoun is the same for a man. For the subject, she, the object, her, so I like her, for a woman. The adjective is her, so this is her car, this is her brother, this is her mother. And the pronoun, hers, with the S. So whose book is it? It's hers. It's hers. Stop. Well, the subject, we, the object, us, they like us. The adjective, our, not no. Finally, the pronoun, ours. So whose car is it? It is the car of my wife and I. Say it's our car. It's our car. Or the subject, they, object, them, the adjective, their, and the pronoun, theirs. So whose car is it? It's theirs, my neighbour's, plural. Okay, so now listen to the audio. Now listen to the audio for exercise number 2. Now, if the word in the conversation, if the word is whose, à qui appartient, quelque chose, whose is it? If you hear whose, okay, then you can write number 1. So make a note, faites une note. Okay, and if you hear whose, so qui est, whose, then write a number 2. Okay, so try that now. We'll listen to the audio. So write number 1 or write number 2. So listen to the audio. Okay, here we go.
Tape script 11.3. 1.
Who's on the phone?
2.
I'm going to the pub. Who's coming?
3.
Wow, look at that sports car. Whose is it?
4.
Whose dictionary is this? It's not mine.
5.
There are books all over the floor. Whose are they?
6.
Who's the most intelligent in our class?
7.
Who's got my book?
8.
Do you know whose jacket this is?
Okay, is it difficult? Is it okay? So to find the answer, you have the dialogue on page 133. 133 in the book. So here we are. So here we are, 11.5. Oh no, sorry. 11.3. 11.3 here. You have the answer. Okay, so look at your answer. Okay, now, so whose? The sound is the same, whose and whose. So, whose my favourite person in the UK? Who is my favourite person? Do you know? There she is. It's the Queen. So, what does the Queen wear on her head? Yeah. It's a crown. It's a crown. So, I can say, c'est la couronne de la reine. So, it's the Queen's crown. Or, it's her crown. Or, c'est la sienne. It's hers. Okay. Now look here at the pictures behind me. So the question, remember the question, is whose is it? Okay. So say the answers out loud. So whose crown is it? It's the Queen's crown. It's her crown. It's hers. Okay, so we'll try now. So whose car is it? Whose car is it? Ah, it's James Bond's car. It's his car. It's his. Okay. Whose costume is it? Whose costume is it? Yeah. So it's Superman's. Apostrophe S. It's Superman's costume. It's his costume. It's his. Stop. Okay. Whose house is it? Whose house is it? So you can say it's the president's house. It's Donald Trump's house. It's his house, or it's his. And the tail. So whose tail is it? So it's a cat's tail. Yeah, or it's his tail, or it's her tail, or it's its tail. If we don't use his or hers. For an animal, it's possible. So it's a cat's tail, it's its tail, or it's a bit strange. Normally, for a pet, we use his or hers. Okay, but it's possible it's its tail. But it's a bit strange. Equation. So whose equation is it? Yeah, it's Einstein's equation. It's his equation. It's his. Okay. And finally, whose painting is it? Whose painting is it? Yeah, it's Michelangelo's painting. Michelangelo's painting. It's his painting. It's his. Okay, well, very good. Now, the next part, so again, on page, I think it's page 85. Is it still 85? Ah, yes. So page 85, again, you have the section, what a mess. Quel désordre. What a mess. So try to complete the section. So stop the video, complete the 3 lines, and then start the video again. Now in the text, we use the present continuous for the future. So something planned for the future. Okay. But listen to the audio. Well, complete the text, and then start the video again, and then listen to the audio. Okay. So stop the video now and complete this. Okay, Is that okay? Now listen to the audio. Listen to the audio, and you can see if you are correct. Okay.
Tape script 11.4.
Whose is this tennis racket?
It's mine.
What's it doing here?
I'm playing tennis this afternoon.
Tape script 11.4.
Whose is this tennis racket?
It's mine.
What's it doing here?
I'm playing tennis this afternoon.
Were you correct? Is it okay? So the present continuous we said before. So sometimes it's now. So what is the tennis racket doing now? What is it doing here now? But later, plus tard, later, I am playing tennis. C'est prévu. And the idea is to practice this conversation, a simple conversation. So to practice with the elements in exercise number 4. So the same structure, the same conversation. Try to practice the conversation out loud. Okay, so stop the video again. Try to make the same conversation out loud with the elements here. Okay, and then we can listen to the audio to see if you are correct. Okay, so stop the video now. Try to recreate the same structure. So for example, whose are these football boots? 2 boots. So whose are these here? These football boots? They are, not its, they are John's. They are John's boots. What are they doing here? It's plural. What are they doing here? He is playing football later. So c'est les choses qu'il a planifiées pour plus tard. So we use the present continuous for the future. So we practice everything. We practice possessives. We practice the present continuous for now. We practice the present continuous for the organised activity. Okay? So try to make the sentences. So stop the video now. Okay? Is it okay? Is it difficult? So now listen to the audio and see if you are correct. And again, you have the dialogue at the back of the book on page 133. Okay.
Tape script 11.5. 1.
Whose are these football boots?
They're John's. He's playing football later.
2.
Whose are these ballet shoes?
They're Mary's. She's going dancing tonight.
3.
Whose is this suitcase?
It's mine. I'm going on holiday tomorrow.
4.
Whose is this coat?
It's Jane's. She's going for a walk soon.
5.
Whose is this plane ticket?
It's Joe's. She's flying to Rome this afternoon.
6.
Whose are all these glasses?
They're ours. We're having a party tonight.
Okay. Now, the final exercise, the last exercise for today. Can you try to correct the sentences in exercise number 5. What is the correct sentence? So there is one problem in each sentence, so correct the exercises now. Okay, and then I will tell you the answer. So stop the video, correct the sentences, start the video again, and I can give the correction. Okay? Okay, so the correction for exercise 5 is, so number 1, Alice is tall. and she's got long black hair. Now this is hair, not hairs. There's no S. So this is my hair. Okay, my hairs. C'est mes poils. My hairs. But singular, my head hair. So Alice is tall and she's got long black hair. Not hairs. Well, number 2. Whose boots are these? But it's not whose, who is. No. It's whose. So whose, à qui appartient? Whose. Whose boots are these? Well, number 3. I'm wearing a jeans. Now jeans, trousers, jeans, shorts, it's plural, okay? So not I'm wearing a jeans, no, I'm wearing jeans. No, Well, number 4, look at Roger. He is standing, now, he is standing next to Jeremy. If the present continuous, it's now. Or number 5, he's working the bank? No. He works. He works. He works in a bank. So normally, he works in a bank. It is possible, you can say he is working in a bank now, si c'est temporaire, but normally he works in a bank. Well, number 6, what is drinking Susie? No, the order. So what is Susie drinking? Okay. Well, number 7, who's that man in the garden? But not who's qui appartient. It's who's qui est who's. So who is that man in the garden? Well, number 8, where are you going tonight? Oh, it's missing the auxiliary verb. So where are you going tonight? And finally, number 9, what you do after school today? What you do? No, what do you do? But no, in fact, it's what are you doing? So que fais-tu? So what are you doing? So what do you do after school normally? What do you do normally? Regularly? But what are you doing tonight? What are you doing in the future? Okay, now, well, that's the student's book for today. Now, you can watch the video again if you if you are very enthusiastic. And remember, you have vocabulary here, a little bit here to learn. Now the homework for next week, is, so can you complete page 54 and 55 of the workbook? It's here. And the answers is here. The answers are on page 84. Remember to correct your answers. The dialogue for the conversation in the shop is on page 79. And the translation section, the translations are on my website, on the page elementary translation, so you can click on the space for translations. And if you have any problems, don't hesitate to contact me on my email address. It's here, danjbrown78@gmail.com. Okay, so good luck with the homework. I hope you like the new format. We do our best. Good luck, take care of yourself, and hopefully, I hope, see you soon. Take care, bye bye.